Oh my God, I just started selling digital products and it changed my life forever. That is something that I was seeing all over my feed this time last year. It seriously is the buzzword at the moment, and for good reason. It is making a lot of people a lot of money. Times are changing from selling stuff physically to over the internet digitally. But I remember when I was first starting out, seeing all this stuff pop up on my feed and wondering what the fuck a digital product actually is. How do they sell? How do they actually make money? No one seems to show me just the basics, the fundamentals. I want to get into something like this. I want time freedom. I want to make more money. I want to travel the world. Other people seem to be doing it, but how can I? So what I'm going to do for you guys who are complete beginners, who are similar to the position I was in this time last year, seeing this stuff all over the internet, digital products this, digital products that, is break down what they actually are, no bullshit, actually help you guys get an understanding so you know the steps to take going forward, so you can confidently make a decision whether or not this is right for you, rather than just trusting someone's surface level information that you've never met. So what I've done is create a step-by-step map over on my laptop here, basically breaking down the ins and outs, how digital products actually make money step by step. So as we just said, everyone hears the word digital products, but most people have no clue what it means. What is a digital product? I've got a sort of a rough idea, but if I want to get into something like this, I want to know what I'm getting myself into, right? So what I'm going to do is break it down step by step, super simple, so you can see exactly how digital products can actually make money. So first off, obviously starting off is, what is a digital product? It is simply something you sell online. So when you think of like physical products, you know, whether it's tools, you obviously most of the time go and buy them in person, or when they do get delivered, they come in a physical form. A digital product is simply something that you sell online. So there's no shipping, you don't need warehouses, you don't go buy them in person. It's something that is digital. It is online. It's not something that can be physically held in your hand. Now, there are so many different types of digital products out there. You can even think of things like video games, podcasts that you pay for, even UFC fights that you pay for. That is a digital product. That is something that you can't hold physically in your hand. Other examples would be guides, PDFs, checklists, video lessons, courses, templates, scripts, and these are usually sold for a relatively low price, between $10 and $100. Now, there's other types of digital products out there that are high ticket, which is actually the space that I work in now, which can be things like communities, coaching and mentorships, and even highly priced ebooks, teaching people certain things, whether it's health, relationships, fitness, or even how to make money. And a simple rule I want you guys to remember with digital products is all you're really doing is packaging knowledge or tools once, or even easier, just buying the rights to someone else's product and selling it as many times as you want. So if you think of a clothing brand, pretty much everyone and their dog has tried to start up a clothing brand, right? But every single month you're having to come up with new designs, new clothes, you got to ship it out. Maybe even if you're big enough, you got a warehouse, and you can definitely make a lot of money with a clothing brand and physical products. But if you're lazy like me, you just want to buy or create something once, and then you can sell it as many times as you want. You have infinite stock, infinite supply, and it's just the lazy man's dream, really. Now, you might be wondering, well, why do digital products sell? If it's just like a guide, why would someone want to buy a guide or a video lesson? People buy digital products because they're fast solutions. They get it instantly. Whether it's a want or a need, usually in the high ticket space, it is more of a need because you're solving a bigger problem. You're helping someone not be broke anymore. You're helping a relationship out. That is more of a need. But even these lower ticket stuff, it's more of a want, and they're nothing like crazy priced. And to be honest, people don't want to wait days and days for shipping. If there's something there right now, if you're even struggling with a recipe, or you might be going on a holiday, a country you've never been to before, and you just want to be safe and understand the country and understand where to go, people will just pay for that solution. They have it forever. They can learn at any time. It doesn't get damaged in the post. It doesn't get damaged once you get it. Simply put, it's just people have a problem and it's fixed. One digital product is one fix. Obviously, more and more people are moving to the internet, using the internet and things of that nature. And it's just a lot more time efficient for people who are busy in their lives. So next really is like how to find one of these digital products, how to make one. And it might be really scary or confusing, or you don't want to lose money, or you think you've got no idea of how to make one, or you don't have any value to provide. For beginners, the best and easiest way would just be to find one. And the best way to do this is buy a pre-made product. So you can actually legally do this. You can steal someone's product as long as they have MRR, which is master resale rights, or private label rights, PLR, meaning these people create these products and then other people can pay for the product, so that person still makes money, but now has the option to rebrand it and make it as their own. You can find products like this on Gumroad, Etsy, Creative Market. And if you're an affiliate for a product, you actually don't even need to pay for these products. You're just taking a commission off whatever the price of the product is. But don't stress if you are wanting to buy a product off Etsy, for example, they won't be more than like $10, $15. You can resell that for $30 or $35. With affiliate marketing and affiliate products, you can sometimes make more money. You don't have to pay for them. And me personally, affiliate products are probably the easiest because you don't have to set up a store. You don't have to have your own business or anything like that. You're just working for someone else's business, marketing the product and making commissions off that. So it's really, really simple, really, really easy. Now, the option Option 2 is to actually make one of these products like I've got here. And believe it or not, you've probably got some sort of knowledge, some sort of skill that people will pay for. Won't be $1 million, but you just simply need to use what you already know. You can turn your knowledge into a PDF guide, 5 to 10 pages, a short video lesson, 10 to 20 minutes, a simple template or checklist. And if that confuses you, I've got a few examples down here. So for me, for example, when I was an apprentice, over the 4 years of my apprenticeship, I managed to save $20,000. Now that's a problem in a lot of apprentices' lives. They get shit pay, they don't know how to save. So I could take maybe an hour out of my life, whip up a full PDF with my exact strategies, how I was able to save, how I was able to budget, how I was actually able to save some money rather than spend it all. And apprentices would see value in that. They want to save more money. They could buy this PDF for $20 or $30, but off the back of that, they're going to save more money because I've been there and done it. I've got the proofs and results to show it. Another way for all you gym goers and guys who like to keep fit could be 5 ways to stay in a calorie deficit. Once again, problem in people's life, people don't want to be overweight, people try and cut down, but they struggle staying in a calorie deficit while still keeping in their macros, eating enough protein. And if you've been there, you've done it, you've got knowledge in it, then that's a checklist. And the example I'm going to break down for you guys today, for me, for example, right now, I'm an Australian, I'm traveling Europe, I've been doing so for the last 3 or 4 months. It's actually my first time in Europe. So I remember coming over here for the first time to a new country, I was a bit nervous, I was a bit scared, I didn't know what to expect. Now being here for 3 or 4 months, this is an example of a digital product I could sell. How to travel Europe for the first time as an Australian. It's a problem people face. It's a simple fix. I've been there, done it. I've got the experience. So as I've written here, just use what you already know. Think outside of the box. There is stuff that people will pay for. Now, when thinking about making one of these products, it can be very overwhelming if you're not creative. I'm the least creative person ever, but it is really simple. We obviously have tools like AI, ChatGPT out there that can make your life so much easier. But what I've done is like quickly whipped up this European template that I just spoke about. So even if I was lazier, I could buy a how to travel Europe guide for $10, resale for $20, $30. But say I wanted to take the time to actually do my own one. I've got a couple of screenshots here of a payment processor and something that you can set your store up called Standstill. Really, really simple. I've got 2 photos here, but what I'll actually do is get onto Standstill for you guys and give you a really brief breakdown. It is really simple. You don't have to overcomplicate making or finding your first product and getting it ready to actually start making sales. So right now we're on my Standstill. If you just search up on Google standstill.com, just create your own account, head over to standstill.com, click on add a product, then you can just click digital product. Obviously we're selling digital products. Now, as you see here, it's all laid out for you. You can change the title. So as you see here, how to travel Europe for the first time. That's the title. Like, it's really, really simple, guys. You can even put this into ChatGPT and it will do it for you. Now you can keep that as it is. We will deliver this file right into your inbox, and then you can just say, and where it says get my guide, you can just say purchase here, get my guide, all works the same. Then for the thumbnail, obviously you want to customize it a bit to make it your own. So for example, we'll just type in Greece. Yep, beautiful photo of Greece. It makes sense. There's the theme page for the product. As you see, that'll change there. Makes sense. Head over to the checkout page. Once again, your checkout page is where these people will be headed to when they go to buy your product. So yep, beautiful photo of Europe right there. All makes sense. You can customize all this, put it into ChatGPT, get my guide, purchase. You can set your price. So you want to sell it for $30. There's your price. It will then collect your customers' name and emails, and right here is where you upload the digital product. So you can just save it to your desktop. If you bought it off Etsy, you can just drag it here, you click on publish, then you grab your link. Like, it is so simple, you guys. And that's essentially a way of creating your own digital product, and it is pretty much ready to sell, which leads me to my next point. Who are you going to sell to? How are we going to get customers? It's great, we've got the digital product there. It costs like $10 to get set up, but how do we actually get customers? And it has never been easier in 2025. It is just simply getting attention. So post on TikToks, Instagram Reels, Shorts. You don't even have to show your face. You build trust, you give away free value. That is a big thing. In your content, you don't just want to be selling. People will buy on, people will never buy from you. You want to build relatability, trust, free tips, free value. And off the back of that, people will want the paid version. You can even share stories from your experience, showing that you've got authority in the space, you went through the problem and how you overcame it. Me, for example, I was Australian. I was really worried about traveling Europe. Now I'm here. Here's what I've learned. Here's the solution to that problem you guys are facing. So if you look here, I've got an example here. I've actually got it up on TikTok here. So what I did was find this girl. I just simply typed in travel tips for Europe onto TikTok and things of that nature. It's as simple as that. Like, you guys don't need to overcomplicate it. So if I was going to market this digital product, that is all I would do. This video got 114,000 likes. So she's got attention. And off the back of that, if we go to her profile, more than likely she's got a link in bio to that store, but she's giving away free value. See, travel guides. So this chick does exactly what we've done here. Gets heaps and heaps of views, drives attention. So that's the attention I'm talking about. Those people who are interested in travel, she's targeting a specific audience, will now get value off her. Obviously she travels a lot, so it's relatable. She's obviously in the position they want to be in or the position they're going to be in and want that problem solved. And off the back of that, she makes sales, and more than likely, this is her full-time income, giving away travel advice, solving problems and giving solutions. Now, once you click that link in bio, say that you've just created a digital product through Skool. How does it actually sell? What are your customers going to see? And it's really as simple as clicking that link in bio. It will get redirected to a simple page like this. So obviously what we just created, what you just saw, even here on Skool, this is what they will get redirected to. So obviously this is all customized once you do your own. They enter their name, their email, they can pay with credit card, they can pay with Apple Pay. They buy the product, your Skool is connected to your bank account and you receive the money immediately. They receive their guide immediately, leading to a happy customer. They're getting the value that they paid for straight away. They don't have to wait, and you're helping people solve their problems. You're making money on your own terms. And because these are now your own products, you're making 100% profit compared to say like drop shipping, where you might have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on supply. Then you've got to pay thousands for shipping, warehouse, all that shit. And your profit margins are only like 20% of what you're actually pulling in. With digital products, all you have to do is really pay for the digital product once, or you can create it if you're a tight ass. It might cost like $10, $15 a month after the free trial with Skool to have your store running, and the content creation and social media side of things is free. So I'll give you guys a quick money example before we wrap up. I hope this is making sense to you guys wondering what digital products are, and really shows you how simple it is to actually make money online. So say, for example, 1,000 people, this is bare minimum. That's like, you know, a pretty underperforming video. 1,000 people see your video on TikTok, and we'll play it safe. Say only 5% of the 1,000 people decide to actually buy your guide. Now remember, with marketing, with content creation, your content has to be directed towards specific people. So out of those 1,000 people, you'd hope that it's 1,000 people who are wanting to travel, who are wanting to go to Europe. If it's going to a completely different country, a third world country where people can't travel, then that's not what you want. So you've got to be specific with your marketing. So say out of those 1,000 people who are already interested in travel, only 50 of them buy 5%, a $10 travel guide. That is $500 from one post. I mean, needless to say, this stuff is simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it. And even like this girl who got 114,000 likes, not views on that Greece video, you can just imagine how much she made from that. And as we wrap up there, guys, that is pretty much digital products, how they make money in a nutshell, especially for complete beginners. Now, obviously, when selling higher priced digital products, getting into the coaching, consulting, mentorship game, obviously there's a lot more skill and strategy behind actually making these sales, because they're upwards of $10,000 sometimes. You've got to have sales systems, you've got to have sales people, but it all sort of funnels to the same stuff, all the same meaning. If you can start here, you'll get your head around it. And just giving you guys a quick recap before we wrap up. The digital product map, how you guys could get started today. Obviously, I've just given it to you guys step by step, but if you forgot, if you're still a bit confused, all you have to do is buy or make the product. You price it, get your Skool ready, you then post content to get attention, they pay you, they get it instantly, and that's it. So all these guys out there using these big words, these gurus that's confusing you, this is selling digital products in a nutshell. Now, I hope this made sense for you guys. What I'll do for you guys down below is leave down my Skool community. It's a completely free community. It's got hours and hours of video modules breaking everything down, the skills of marketing, sales, and things like that, more in depth, digital products as well, how to find the most trending digital products, PLR products, how to create your own ones, everything you guys need to get started for free in one place. And you can start surrounding yourself around other beginners, start working together and start building relationships there. I'll leave the Skool community down below. If you're struggling to find Skool, I can leave a link to Skool as well. And aside from that, it's really just, you know, finding these products, finding something that you already have knowledge in and getting better at the skills day by day. And the best way I'd recommend to do that is to join my community. If you've got any questions as well, Instagram's the best place to reach me. I'll leave that link down below. So reach out, leave a comment down below with what you thought. I hope this made sense. I hope this really dumbed it down and showed you guys what is possible. A lot of people seem to think, or seem to say at least, that online stuff, making money online is a load of shit. It's bullshit. It doesn't work. When you can see right here, guys, it really isn't that hard. It's very simple. So I hope you guys liked. If you're not subscribed yet, please do. I try and come across as no bullshit as possible. I'm just an idiot who failed school myself. So I try and simple it down to a way that, you know I could have understood it when I was first getting started. I appreciate the time, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys inside the Skool community. And yeah, cheers.